everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Alright, so are you guys ready to craft a little bit this morning? Well, it's morning for me. I don't know what time it is for you right now. Okay, so I have about an hour, so I'm going to get as much done as I can in that hour, and what we're going to do is start decorating. So I'm going to leave the cover, the front and back cover for now, but what I want to kind of primarily focus on today is figuring out what papers I want to go where. So I've kind of already looked through just for this very first page. So what we'll have is I'm going to cover this, cover here, and then we're going to have a junk journal signature right here. So this actually won't be really very visible because you'll have your junk journal right here, right? So that's kind of about as far as I've gotten. So I'm gonna do this with kind of an industrial, I don't know what to think about this one. It's gonna be kind of more of an industrial patterns, color kind of feel, typography, I guess. So using papers from, and I showed you guys these the last time, but let me quickly, because they're just right in front of me here. These are two paper pads from Walmart. They may or may not still have them. I don't know. I got them about a year ago for next to nothing. They were being clearanced. But, you know, who knows if that means anything or not. Yeah, so I think what I want is I'd like to get a shot of this right here on the front envelope. And then behind that, you're going to be able to see a little bit of something. I'm thinking I'd like to use this really awesome aqua to cover this. And then I'll figure something else out here. Maybe I'll use more of this page, or actually I'll probably just use a different page altogether. And then I was thinking I'd like to use this page as much as I can in the journal. And actually what I might end up doing is well, I think I've already decided. I'm going to make this the cover for the junk journal signature. So, well, it may not be completely big enough, but I'll figure that out. So the problem is I tea-dyed some of these, but not all of them, because I knew I wanted to glue some of them down. So what I'm going to have to do is back this with I guess some tea-dyed paper or some other kind of paper, just to kind of give it a little bit of extra. So sorry, I'm a little bit disorganized at the moment. So first off, what we need to do is I need to measure this. Oops, sorry, that was loud. Okay, so we've got 5 and just over a half by 8 and just over. Actually, what should I do? I think I'm going to distress around the edges. That way I can fudge a little bit on my, this is vintage photo. And my dauber thing is like, it needs to find a new home somewhere else. It's pretty bad. Okay. Right to the edge there. I'm gonna do this kind of heavy distressing because this envelope is not quite as dark as I was hoping it would be. So I normally wouldn't tap onto the ink things so often, but I want this one to be just a little bit darker. Oh, I'm sniffling again. I'm sorry about that. I will try not to do that. So I mentioned I have somewhere to be. And I kind of quickly glossed over this in the last video. So I guess I'll kind of say a little bit more about it now. I had a cat named Bella, and she was 10 years old, and I had her from, I think, probably 8 weeks is when I got her. And, you know, she was just my buddy. After my divorce, she kind of was just, I got her pretty soon after. And, you know, her and I just kind of have always lived alone after that, and we just were kind of buds for the last 10 years. And so she had a really special place in my heart. You know, there are animals I've had in my life, I'm sure you can relate, where you love them, but they're kind of annoying. Or, you know, kind of a pain or what have you. And, you know, I've had cats like that, or they're just not quite as special as others. And I'd never had a cat like her before, and she was one of those special ones. So yeah, I'm still kind of grieving over her, but this whole situation we're in right now is showing that while I'm still grieving, my house is very quiet, and I just really miss having, you know, life in my house. And while it's nice to have gotten a break from, I guess, taking care of, she was sick for a while, so okay, we're gonna cover that anyways. I'm not gonna she was sick for a while, and I guess I didn't really realize how much of a toll that was taking on. I need to think of a better way to do this. What I need is to be left-handed. Here we go. It was taking a toll on me, especially in this last year. And so the last, I guess, 2 months, 2.5-ish months, well, I guess maybe 3 months now, without her, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being able to, cat owners, you'll laugh. I've enjoyed being able to have an open drink of water and just set it wherever I want to set it and leave it there. You know, silly things like that. Not having to clean the litter box every day. And, you know, things like that. Which you do it because you love your pet, and obviously it's healthy and sanitary. Whoop, that's not helpful. Did I just pounce that with it being shut? Oh boy. You know, just it's nice to kind of take a break from that. But I've actively been looking for a new pet, and I'm being pretty picky. Bella was a part Maine Coon, and I just really enjoyed a lot of the personality traits that she had. And so I'd really like to find something similar to that. And she was also the first girl cat that I've ever had. So I think partly that too was something that I just really enjoyed about her. She kind of had a more of a nurturing way about her. And maybe it's just because the boy cats that I've had in my life just didn't have that. I don't know. Very possible. Anyway, I found a kitty cat in a town, well, the town that I grew up in, that's about a half hour away from me now. So I'm gonna go meet her today and see if her and I want to live together for a while, for her life. I won't bring her home today, even if I do decide that she is the one, because I want to prep my house for her, kind of remove some of the smells that I'm sure are on baseboards, and, you know, I just kind of want to clean. I've been shampooing carpets and things, so, you know, gonna finish that up and probably pick her up next week if it's a good thing for both of us. So yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. I don't know how this social distancing thing is gonna work really. So we need 5.5 with me going to she's being fostered, so 5.5 by 8 1/4. She's being fostered, so I'll go to their house. It's a single girl who lives alone, and like me, she's like, I'm not sick. I haven't ever really been sick yet. So 5.5 by 8.25. I need to think a little bit more carefully here. Okay. So I know I don't really want as much of this black part, so let's cut off this first. 5.5 by 8.25. So I'm kind of excited about that. Cool. All right, well, we'll save that for something else. And I do like this part of it, so let's see how far we get. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll have this that we can use for something else. Awesome. That's cool. Okay. I haven't decided yet which glue I want to use. I'm a little bit worried that the Yoo-hoo glue will be too wavy with this paper. So I think what I'll probably end up doing is using this Fabri-Tac with a really light hand. I don't know that it needs tons and tons, so cool. That's cool. All right, and I don't need to ink around these edges, I don't think, because they're already pretty old looking. Plus, I don't know that I love tons and tons of distressed edges. Sometimes I think they can look a little bit too dark or too distressed. I do want to get all the way to the edges as much as I can here because I don't want those edges coming up at all. So it'll be nice to meet this kitty. What I know of it is with all the flooding that we had last year, she's a girl, obviously, and during the flood, she was a mama cat, and she had a litter of 7 kittens, and all but one survived. So she was a mama to the one kitty, and then they had other mama cats that didn't survive, so she actually fostered a different set of kitties. I will distress this one. Okay, so this one will be easier. Just gonna need to keep this out. Okay, so we've got just shy of 6 by, what is the height? Okay. I'm trying to think, how much of this do I want to show? I think I'm gonna start it just below that line of sewing. Okay, so by 8. What did I say this was? Just shy of 6. So that tells me she's got kind of a nurturing way about her. So yeah, she fostered several kitties during the floods, and she's spayed now, so there's no issue with her being pregnant again. And I guess she's been in foster care for, the lady said, a year, which I guess maybe she fostered a lot more. I'll find out more information about her today, but sorry, I need to move it so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So yeah, this is not a thing that I take lightly at all. I've really been thinking and praying about it. You know, this is a long-term commitment. She's probably about a little less than 2 years old. I don't know exactly how old she is. They may not even know how old she is, to be honest. So, yeah, so I'll find out more later. All right, so enough about kitty cats. This is the really boring part. Probably what I should do is do some of this with you today, and then for the next time I'll have done this and put it on fast forward so that you don't have to sit there and watch me do this the whole time. Because, I don't know, junk journal making is really fun, but it's also very time consuming, and that is just part of the gig. So, not bad when you're actually making them, but to sit and watch that for somebody can probably be kind of boring. So I had to check and make sure today was really Saturday. Seems like all the days are flowing together these days. I've been home for 3 weeks. I was home. I actually just had a little cold, but I obviously didn't need to be at work, and I was, thank God, I'm able to work from home if I need to. Anyway, I've always been able to do that. And so that has been a godsend during this crazy time that we're dealing with right now. So I've been home for a while. I've been quarantined. So, I'm the kind of person that I don't really mind being on my own. And actually a lot of the vacations I take are staycations. So that doesn't bother me. It's I've never been home for this long before. So that's new. So anyway, I'm just trying to take it in stride. I've got plenty of projects to work on. I need to save this for another page further back. And probably this one too. Let's see. I may need to pull more pages out to use from that book. Let's see. That would be cool. Okay. So we'll do this a faster way here. Let me grab my pencil. And where did I put my paper trimmer? And there's my line. Okay. Oh, there's my other line. Okay. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, so sorry. So that'll fit there, but obviously we need to cut out this shape. So what I'm going to do is stick it inside. And I'm just going to draw a line. And cut it out by hand. Let's see, so I need to be just inside that line there. Can't see the line. So going back to being by myself, one thing I have been proud of myself about is overall, I'm really not doing too dang bad, given the circumstances. Let's see, cut just a touch off both ends here. Might need to cut more off that. Well, it's not great. Need to, see, cut a little further down here and then a little bit more there. So. Yeah, I mean, I've had times of being lonely, but not terrible. And, you know, I've been in constant contact with friends and family, work friends, obviously. That's not gonna look very good. With work, and so it's been not too bad. All right, well, that'll have to do. It's not perfect, but cut those two off. Get the little scissors for that. I don't know if that made it better or worse. Okay, at this point I'm getting too worked up about that. Calm down, damn. It'll be fine. So I put on makeup today. I haven't done that in like, probably 3 weeks. Part of one of my biggest, worst bad habits is stopping for fast food too often. And let me tell you, being sequestered at home and really cooking again for every single meal has probably been the best thing ever that I could have done for myself. I've lost a couple pounds, not terribly much. I'm not gonna say I'm eating perfectly, because I'm not, but I feel a lot better. My next thing is, though, when this sunshine comes out and we stop getting so much rain, I need to be outside working in my yard. I've got some trees that need to be trimmed, and just general springtime upkeep type things that need to happen. So I wonder if I could just stick that right there. Well, look at that. I think we can. I wasn't planning for that, but it sure is going to work, it looks like. Okay. Grab this. I'm notorious for getting glue places I don't want it to be. That glue all the way to the edges so that, first of all, it won't seep out, but second, I want it to be very secure. Okay. Now, I've got one shot at this, and that's the wrong way. That's one good thing about Fabri-Tac. It does give you a little time to move things around if you need it. Cool. I don't love that you can see the inside when you open it, but that's not the end of the world. We'll put a big old tag in there and you won't ever notice. Okay. So we've got those 2 pages. Oh boy, this is gonna take longer than I had planned. This is not a pocket. Now we'll have the junk journal signature here. So I've got this page kind of staring me in the face right here, and I really do like that. Kind of a mixture between blacks and browns. So I think I'm going to use that one for this page here. Do I want to ink the edges? Probably I should. Hold still. It's trying to escape. All right. Let's see. Do I? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I better. One of my things is I just don't enjoy inking edges. It's just not something I enjoy doing. But I suppose it does add a lot of, it adds a lot. Otherwise we wouldn't all be doing it all the time, right? So. Oh, this is going to be a fiddly one. I think for these, I might just not have the entire opening show and make it a little easier on myself. I know I'm inking the wrong side right now, but we're just prepping this for later. That's just the side I started with. Okay. Trying not to get ink all over the fabric while I'm at it. I did that already. Go through the bottom, middle here. Yes, that is all bits and pieces of my ink thing. It's deteriorating on me. And I thought I ordered new ones, but I ordered the wrong thing. I ordered for alcohol inking, which is not at all what I needed. Okay, I think I really like that V right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark that one. And I'll just really every time I'm gonna lose my lines. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, the other thing that caught my eye about this cat in Fremont is they named her Marcella, which obviously is not going to stay if I adopt her. But Marcella was my grandma's name. So, yeah, I don't know. It just felt like all the signs were saying, you need to go look at this kitty. She is mostly black, but black and white tuxedo, but the floofy kind. She's got longer hair with white whiskers. She's just really pretty. So let me cut a little bit more off the edge. And I've never had a cat like that, and I've always kind of wanted one. So I'm kind of hoping that she doesn't have any like real bad habits or anything that would be something that would keep me from taking her home, but I guess we'll see. I'm not gonna try not to think too much about it. Check my time. I don't know how much of this you're really gonna see. Yeah, you can't see it at all. I'm not even gonna bother doing that one. Let me double check, make sure that's... Well, that bag wasn't at all even. Okay. Well, I'll be adding pockets and things, so I'll go ahead and cover that up. That'll be fine. I'll just match it up to the top. That is something I've never made a paper bag journal yet. So I guess I'm learning the little nuances that go along with it, and one of those seems to be that they are not perfectly square or even like I'm used to. So that'll be a fun thing to get over. But I love the crinkly feel of the paper bag, and it's kind of just lended itself to these industrial looking papers, I thought. So okay. And these papers are not thick. They're not cardstock at all. So having the heftier bag is actually going to work really well because you don't need thick paper. All right, so I'll be covering that with some kind of pocket or something. So let's see. I'm gonna focus on the big pages first. Do we want cameras over here? Ooh, ooh, yes, ma'am. That is the answer right there. I really like that. Okay. So I want to measure from here. And again, I'll have pockets to add. So I'll just check that. That looks pretty even, so I'm going to match it up with this. And I'm obviously saving all my extra bits and pieces for the smaller envelopes, and they will definitely be used. Okay, so I think that is, I might need to rip that corner down there, but that's okay, I can do that. I'm liking how this is turning out, you guys. This is very different from anything I've done lately, and I love it. Okay. That's what they say in woodworking. Measure 50 times, glue once, cut once. Just making sure it all matches up before I commit. And even if I did make a mistake, honestly, that's when a lot of times the really interesting things kind of happen, because that's when you really have to pull your creativity out and come up with a neat solution. Or at least any kind of solution, right? Maybe it's not so neat all the time, but they usually are. From what I've seen of other junk journalers or just crafters in general. I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people and have a lot of people that I admire. And it's always fun when they make a mistake, because then you get to watch them work through it. Okay, this is a very vertical piece of paper, so I want to make sure it doesn't look wonky. It's more okay if it's wonky here than it is if it were that direction. So I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm just gonna rip this little piece right here. Just like that. There. Now, I guess I didn't eke around this, but I'll just go over it real quick. Again, I don't think it really needed it, but we'll add a little something, something. Okay, come back to this. Now I need to ink these. Another thing I'm learning is it takes more ink to distress these paper bags. I'm sorry I won't be able to get through as much as I wanted to get through in here today for you. This will be a long video with, unfortunately, not tons and tons of payoff as far as getting a lot accomplished. But to be honest with you, that is the reality of making a junk journal. for those of you who make them, you understand exactly what I'm saying. There's a lot of time put into making a junk journal, even if it's a very simple one. And some people may wonder why prices are so high. It's because of that. It's because it takes an awful long time to put one of these together. I mean, you can see just doing this little step right here, it's time consuming. So now, could I have made it a little less time consuming? Yeah, probably. And I could have inked all this stuff up before even turning on the camera, and maybe that's what I'll do for the next time. Anyway, but you know, I had an hour and I said, I'm going to go up the stairs and turn on the camera and see how far I can get. This is fiddly. Woo. Should have done all this before gluing it down, probably. Oop. Do I have everything? Yes. All right. Sorry. Try and keep things in frame here for you better. This is gonna be so cool. I love it already. Let's go get the little edges here that are not quite black. Okay. We're having a quiet craft with me today, huh? This is what I'm normally like when I'm creating. I don't talk. It's actually a little weird for me to be. I'm getting more used to it. But I always admire people like Gail Agostinelli who are able to just talk and talk and talk. It's hard for me to talk and think at the same time. I guess I think a lot more than I really think I do while I'm making stuff. But her videos are always so much more entertaining because she has so much more to talk about. Okay, I'm kind of loving that, guys. We have about 10 minutes, or at least I have about 10 minutes left. I think I'll probably get as much done on these last pages as I can and maybe call this video done. And then the next time we can spend time. I don't love this lock. I don't know how I feel about this lock one. I feel like I'm obligated to use it somewhere, but do I really want to? I don't love this one either. We have the back. Oops. I might go shopping in my scrapbook pad again for some more papers. Let's see. I didn't pick the travel one. That's a great one. I didn't pick the travel ones like this one, but I'm thinking this would be really cool. So I'm gonna pull this one out. I didn't want music. I don't want maps. I don't like that. That one I don't care for. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not the right theme. That'll be for an inside page. Could do that, but I don't love that one either. It's just, I don't understand the magnifying glass thing. But could do that, but again, that doesn't really fit the theme either. Nor do those. Could do that one. And there's this. Well, I like these two next to each other a lot. So let me pull out this other one and see what other pages there might be for the back flip. That one just in case. That'll be an inside. Used that already. Inside meaning in the signature. You didn't know what that meant. I knew what that meant. I like this, but I don't know if it's quite right. I'll pull it out anyway. We can take a look. It's a little more shabby chic than I was thinking I wanted. Same with this. That one's closer. That'll be used. Use that. Ah, I think I pulled that out. That's interesting. That's rust. Okay, I didn't want to have a bunch of red. That'll be in the signature. I'm thinking about maybe even doing 2 signatures. We'll have one here. but then I was wondering if I could fit one in here too. No, I don't think that'll work because, yeah, this is the only spine really. So, okay. So we've got the phone. We've got that on that page. Got this. Got that. When I pulled these two out together, I really like this. Actually, I kind of like part of that. Let's go ahead and mark it since we like it. And cut it out. That's something I need to think less. I need to think less about what I'm doing. Where did I mark it? Oh, geez. Looking for the pencil line. Oh, there it is. And there's the other one. Square paper's really gonna get ripped down, but oh, I need the ink in here. Don't let me forget that. What am I doing? I'm trying to do 5 things at the same time. Okay. Okay, so that half of that. I wanted to get the green and the yellow in there and the white. Sadly, this will probably be covered with a pocket, but actually I might do like a kind of a see-through pocket maybe. That would be cool. Okay, since we're measuring and cutting, let me, I think I want this side. Oh, I need to come all the way over here. Okay. We're gonna have fun ephemera for sure. That'll be cool. Now, I pulled out that black piece of paper and wondered if I wanted to repeat the black on the flip out of this so that we have a little bit of continuity there. But first, I gotta do some more inking of edges. This one won't take as long. I like this little dip right here, so I want to make sure and keep that. Oh, did I do that? Guess we're gonna find out. Oh, I gotta measure for that too. It's a good thing I'm doing this inking, otherwise I wouldn't have thought about it, and then we would have been SOL. Okay. what I will do is that right? Oh, what am I doing? I need to put it in like this, silly Tammy. It'll go in. Let's see. I made that pocket a little bit smaller. Well, this is fiddly. Okay. You know what? What if I did this? What if I glued this down? Oh, my alarm's going off. Okay. Okay. Stop. Here. Okay, this is what we'll do. Let me make sure this is... I've never done this before, guys, so stop yelling at me. I don't know how well you can see this, but I'm just gonna take my pencil and make a mark here. Like so. And we need just a little bit more beyond that. What I should be doing is finding a paper punch that would... I don't have a paper punch. I need to be a little more careful here. Well, that looks a little rough and tough around the edges. But did it do what I wanted it to do? Not really. I do have a paper punch that would work. I just need to go get it. So what I'll do is glue this down and then I'll actually punch that out and make it look a little bit better. Off of camera. So it'll be magically fixed the next time you see it. I'm kind of loving this journal, you guys. I think this is going to be really cool by the end of all this. As I'm making this, I'm getting all kinds of fun ideas. Add pockets and tuck spots and fun journaling cards. bit of glue coming out the corner there. All right. This handle flipping up is throwing me off. I keep thinking I put it on upside down. Okay. Now, that'll leave us with, we'll have this page, which I'm going to have to take care of this. Every single time I've closed it, something is catching. So we'll just have this and then the inside cover of that. And while we're sitting here, maybe we'll think about that a little bit. So I could put that on there. That's actually really cool. Actually, I like that better. Yeah, I like that. And then on the inside, I think I will put this paper again on the inside. And then that way we can keep these for something else if we want, or they may not make it into this journal. We'll see. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off, go meet the little kitty, and I'll report back everything I find out. Because if you're curious, I don't know, you may not be, but I'll still give a short synopsis of it. So anyway, I'll see you all soon. I hope you are enduring in this trying and difficult time that we're in. Just try to stay positive. That's all I can tell myself. And when I'm feeling down, make myself busy again with something, and just try and keep your mind busy and your body busy and active. Right now, that's kind of all we can do. So yeah, I'm thinking about y'all, and I hope everybody's good, and I will see you all soon. Bye.